Hello all, welcome to my tutorial. Today I am going to explain about JavaScript variables. Okay, this is the sixth class of JavaScript. In first five classes I have explained about this thing. What is JavaScript? JavaScript introduction. Where we need to place the JavaScript, either body or either header, where we need to place, or external JavaScript, and JavaScript outputs, what we need to use for displaying some output, inner HTML document, write, alert, console.log, all these things. Okay, JavaScript statements, what is a statement and how to use in JavaScript. Okay. And comments, what is the use of comments and how to use it. Those are the first five classes, and today is the sixth class of JavaScript. So if you don't see first five classes, you just go through the first five classes. So I have given the link in description of the video. Okay, so let's start today's video. What is JavaScript variables? First of all, what is a variable? Okay, variable is a container. Okay, container means it will hold something, it can carry something. Okay, see here, JavaScript variables are containers and store data values. So variable is a container that will store something, some value, either number, string, boolean, anything. Okay, so we need to store into something, so that is called as variable. Okay, variable, in this example I showed you what is how to store a value, where x equal to 5. Here x is the variable, we are assigning some value 5 into that variable x. So here x variable carrying 5 value. Okay, y variable having 6 value, z variable having x plus 5 means 11, 5 plus 6. Okay, so z variable having 11. Okay, so these three are the variables in this example, x, y, z. Okay, similar way you can create multiple variables based on your requirement. You can create number of variables, each variable can store some value. Okay, variable is nothing but it will store something, it can store something, whatever you give, you assign some value. Okay, there is three kinds of variables are there, var, let and constant. Okay, so just now we have seen var, let and constant also will come, I just will explain in next slides. Okay, let and constant introduced in 2015. Okay, in 2015 there is a new version introduced in JavaScript, that is the sixth version of JavaScript. It is also called as ES6. Okay, so in that new version some new features introduced in ES6. So in that new features, these also two of the features, let and constant. Okay, so I will tell you the difference, var, let and constant, what is the difference, these three, in next slides. Okay, so for storing value we have three things, let, var, let and constant. This is the example for var. Here x, y, z are the var. Using var we are storing some data. Okay, yeah, then what is the difference here, let and constant. Okay, let means it is a block scope, inside block we have if condition, else conditions also will come. Okay, in next slides I will explain. So in that in that block only this let and constant will available, that scope means outside of that if block, else block, that scope will not be available, those variables we cannot use outside the block. And constant means once you assign some value, you cannot override that value, you cannot reassign with a different value in constant. Okay, I will explain practically. Okay, first of all we'll see this one practically, how we can use these variables. Okay, in JavaScript let's write one HTML file, let's say JS6 variables sorry, .html. so let's write basic HTML, doc type HTML, HTML is the root element. Inside that two sections will be there. One is head section, one is body section. Inside head, let's write the title of the web page. Let's say JavaScript variables. Okay, so inside body, let's write something, or else you can write directly in the script also. Okay, JavaScript you will start inside script element. Okay, inside script, let's write. So I'm just showing example for this one, how to use of the variable. Okay, so let's create three variables where x equal to 5, where 5 equal to 6, sorry, where y equal to 6, where z equal to x plus y. Okay, you can give some space after variable. Yeah, now this z I can show into some alert. Okay, now let's see. So this is the use of variables. So x variable contains 5, y variable stores 6, z variable store x plus y. Whatever x plus y value will come, that will store as a z. So I'm just printing inside alert this one. So let's see in the browser how these variables will work. Open with live server here. See here 11 is coming, right? So that z variable stored as 11. That's why alert is getting 11. Okay. So this is the variable example how we can store some data. Next one. This latent constant introduced in 2015. Okay. Next. So what is the scope? There is three kinds of scopes are there: global scope, function scope, and block scope. Okay, what is global scope? What is function scope? What is the block scope? Global scope means outside function. Let's go to next slide. See, outside function I have declared one variable. Okay, so that variable I can use into any other function. See, I have two functions here, add and subtract. Okay, so in add function also I can use this variable counter. In subtract also I can use this counter variable. Okay, that is called as global scope. Globally I am declaring some variable, so that variable I can use into any function. Okay, that is called as global scope. So let's use this one practically. What is global scope in the code? Okay, let's create one variable where counter equal to 0. Let's add two functions. Function add counter equal to counter plus 1. So for my variable I want to increase plus 1. Okay, then so I want to create one element and two buttons. Before that, let's add one div. Let's say give some id equal to some counter. Let's add two buttons. Button add. Okay, so here let's add on click. On click equal to, let's call this one add method. Okay, let's create one more method, one more button for subtract. Okay, so in the add method let's use this id for displaying counter. Document dot, let's hide this left side part, we will get some space. Yeah, document dot get element by id of counter. So till now we got the element. For the element we are replacing some content. Inner HTML equal to counter. So whatever counter increasing, that I am just assigning into, I am just putting into this element. Okay. So similar way you create subtract also. So this is the function name, you just replace with this one. So here instead of plus I am just making -1. Okay. Now this is the global variable. So this global variable I am using into two functions. One is this one, second one here. So global variable, so I can use into anywhere. I can override into any place, any function. Okay, anywhere in the JavaScript. See here this variable I have overridden here by making +1. So here I am making -1 for the same variable. Let's see in the browser. So this is for alert. Now we have two buttons, right? So let's click on add. See +1 is coming, +2, +3. If I click this one, see it is going like that. So in this variable counter, I have put one variable counter that I am increasing here in this function, I am decreasing here. So two functions are sharing same variable. That variable name is counter. So here two functions are sharing same variable. That's why we will call it as global variable. Globally we declared this variable. Means outside the function, if we declare any variable, that is called as global variable. Okay. So here you can see the points. Variables declared globally outside any function have global scope. Here I declared as outside of function. Okay. So that if we declare outside function means in any function we can use that one. See here, global variables can be accessed from anywhere in JavaScript. In above example, counter variable is the global variable. In above example, counter variable we can access in both add and subtract functions. Here I have added two functions, so in both functions I can use that global variable. Okay. So that scope is called as global scope. Next one. So here I explained about global scope. Right? Next, functional scope. What is functional scope? Functional scope means within function only that scope will be available. Okay. Next, let's go to functional scope. See here, variables declared locally inside a function have function scope. Okay. This is also called as local variable. Okay. See here, inside function I have declared with where variable name equal to some value. If you see previous example, I have declared where counter equal to 0 before the function, but in functional scope I have declared variable inside that. Okay. Functional scope means here if we see here, variable I cannot use outside because I have declared this variable inside function, right? So before the function also I cannot use that counter variable, after function also, because that is a local variable. It will have only functional scope, within function only that will be available. So let's create one functional variable. So let's add one functional scope. Okay. So let's create one where local where, or else just create name equal to something. Okay. Here if you see here alert, you can able to use this name. Okay. So let's comment this first alert instead of confusing. So if I use this alert inside function, I can able to access. Okay. But if I use same alert here outside of the function, that name variable will not available, because that we have declared inside the function. This is a functional scope. So let's write here functional scope. So I'm just writing some comment for understanding purpose. Functional scope. Here this is a local variable. Okay. Here this one is a global variable. Because this I have declared outside the function, that is called as a global variable. Okay, and also this is called as a global scope, because let's write one more. Okay, so this one is a global scope, this one is a functional scope. So here name is a local variable, because inside function we have declared that is called as a local variable, so that variable will not available outside of this function. Okay, so let's see whether this name is available inside this or not. Okay, let's call this function. We are not calling anywhere, no? So let's call here only. We can call anywhere this function, either click event or like this also we can call the JavaScript function. See here SRA is coming now, so we are able to call that method. We are able to access that variable, local variable. So let's use after this one. So let's comment this one. So let's use the name variable outside of this function. Okay, let's see whether this name available or not, name variable. See, it is coming, nothing is coming, null is coming, empty alert is coming. That because this name is a local variable that we cannot use outside the function. Okay. Next, see here you can see local variables can only be accessed from outside the function where they are declared. Yeah, inside, only inside the function we can use that. Next, so here two scopes are done, global scope and functional scope. Global scope means outside the function we will declare a variable. Function scope means within function we will declare. Next one, block scope. What is a block scope here? Block scope means within a block, if you see here, if block is there, that is called as if block, if condition, else condition, all these things called as if block, else block, like that. So whatever we declared inside if block, few variables, if we use var keyword, that will available after if block also. But if we use latent constant inside if block, outside of if block, those will not available. That is the key difference here, var latent constant. Okay, see here, variables declared with var keyword cannot have block scope. Okay, cannot have block scope means outside block also it will available. See here in this example, where x equal to 2, x will be available outside of this block, outside of if block, because that is a functional scope. X global variable, if we declare with var, that is that variable having functional scope, complete function that will be available, that variable. Here if you see, x is a local variable that we have declared inside if block, right? Still if you declared inside if block, that will available into complete function. Here you can able to access that. Here you can see the point, where is not a block scope, where is a functional scope, it will available in complete function. After if block also that will available. But what about latent constant? See here, I have declared one let variable inside if block, so that let will be available only inside if block. If you call it outside of if block, that will not available. Okay, similarly constant also same thing, it will not available outside if block. That's why it is called as block scope. Latent constant or block scope, only within the block, only within if block it will be available. Outside of if block, it will throw some error if you call it as. Okay, that is the key difference, where latent constant. Next one, JavaScript variables, reassigning value. Okay, so we can reassign, we can override any variable with some another value. Okay, see here, reassign a variable with var and let is allowed. Okay, reassign a variable with constant is not allowed. Okay, we can override any time this variable and let. but we cannot override constant because name itself saying it is a constant. Once you give some value, see here constant x equal to 2 I have given, but if I give x equal to 3 it will throw error because it is a constant. You cannot reassign, you cannot override this value. Okay, but if you in case of var and let, you can override anytime. Where x equal to 2, x equal to 3, next line I am overriding, it will not throw any error. Similarly let also same thing. Okay, next one, constant objects can change. Okay, see in previous example I have explained about this one, constant x equal to 2, but if I give x equal to 3 it will throw error. We cannot override constant, but in next slide I am just saying there is chance is there. If you take any object, in case of object you can override property. See here color white is there, I am changing to red. In terms of object you can change any property, you can override any property in the constant. This is a constant variable car, so in that color I am changing in next statement. Color equal to red, white to red I am changing. Here also I am adding new property, so I can add and override any property. Okay, but next here you can see you cannot reassign a constant object. So complete object, here already I have one object is there for this variable, but I cannot override with again complete object. I cannot reassign second time for constant. We just can override any property, either color or model, or we can create new property in the object. Okay, either we can override or we can create the property, but complete object we cannot reassign to the constant. That is the constant. We cannot reassign completely. We can override any property or we can add some new property in the object. This will happen only in the object. In terms of strings or boolean or numbers, you cannot reassign itself. Whatever you define one time, same value only will be there for constant. But in terms of object only, you can override properties, but you cannot reassign to the different object again. Okay, so if you reassign it will throw some error. Okay. Yeah, that is about var, let and constant today's session. So this is very important session actually. So in going on this var, let and constant we will use frequently. Okay, so better to get clarity here. If you have any doubts you can ask immediately in the as a comment. So I just will summarize today's session. So for storing variables we will use, for storing some values we will use the variables. Okay, so here you can see x variable stored some 5 value, y variable stored some 6 value. Okay, so here we are storing some data into this variable. Okay, so there is 3 kinds of variables are there: var, let and constant. Okay, so till 2015 only var keyword is there. Constant and let introduced from 2015. Okay, in 2015 there are some new features came in JavaScript. That new version is ES6. So in that new features, let and constant also one of the feature. Okay, so what is the difference let, constant and variable? Okay, variable is a functional scope. Within function only it will available. Global also it will available, but let and constant is block level scope. So here 3 kinds of scopes are there: block scope, functional scope, global scope. So if we declare any variable outside the function, that is a global variable, global scope. So that variable you can access in any function and you can override it like this. Okay, it is called as global variable or global scope. Functional scope means within function we will declare a variable. That variable will available only within function, that is functional scope. Next one, block scope. What is a block scope? Within block only. If block else block, that scope will, variable scope will be there. So outside if block, that will not available. Okay, but if you declare with var inside if block, that will available in complete function. That's why it is called as functional scope, where is having functional scope. But in terms of where, if we use let and constant inside if block, that will not available outside the if block. That's why we will call it as let and constant or block level scope. Within block only that scope will be there. Okay. And reassign, you cannot reassign anything to the constant. Once you assign something, you cannot override that one. But if you take object, you can override as a property, or you can add some new properties in the object. Okay, coming to object, I will tell in the later session what is an object, how to use it, how to add properties, how to change the properties and all. Okay, for now you just think object is there, we can override some property like this. Yeah, that's it about where, let and constant. Okay, so yeah, if you have any doubts or clarifications needed, just comment in the WhatsApp group or below video. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.